This is Paul. Yeah, I was just looking at this. The deliberate describes an act that has been thought out and considered, the opposite of spontaneous or impromptu. Yeah. To deliberate means to think about or consider or to plan beforehand. Then there's deliberate and premeditated, describes an act that has been considered and planned before it has been carried out, such as a deliberate and premeditated robbery or murder. Now, this deliberate act of issuing court orders where it's not my actual wife's signature, shoot. I know that you had to issue that dissolution of marriage and you didn't have to have proof that it had gotten actual notice of the court hearings, but for each and every time that is not her signature on court forms, it's deliberate that you intentionally allowed for the kidnapping of my sons. Now, there's this problem with law enforcement that does not want to do one of those forensic handwriting experts. Yes, because I'm deliberate, I'm premeditated. I think about what I'm going to email you, and I took 2 screen prints, yes, of the 2 signatures of Christy Miller. And you just don't want to enforce the United States Code. Then there's that other United States Code about depriving me of my enjoyment of life. Now, I would say that every time that the actual signature of the petitioner, whether it's the motioning of the court for a protection order, yes, or the dissolution of marriage, you did know that it was not my actual wife. Now, maybe there's a judge that has a problem with the whole let's get paid for the show. So sorry, Judge, your morbid way of doing things where you just had to cover up all the different crimes of sewing in so that you yourself could cover up your involvement in getting paid for the show. Ooh. Now, this arrest that took place on January 4th, where I wasn't in Sequim, Washington, yeah, because you wouldn't admit the evidence. It was premeditated. It was deliberate. You waited until the 4th of January when the 2 criminal count took place on December 31st. Yes. Did you know I was on the bus that morning? I mean, did anybody actually IP address the bus to see who Paul was on there that morning? Could you get me the IP addresses of all of those that have looked at the bus surveillance right now?